Hi everyone, welcome to Pour Resin with Love. My name's Tina. This week I'm part of the Froggy Friday, which is a collaboration which is organised by Lisa, Girl in the Garage, and Karen from Dragon's Cave, and ably assisted by Lula from Nerd Goblin Art and Tim from Base Resonator. And absolutely loads of people join in as well, some amazing crafters. So the playlist will be linked in the bottom of my video in description. So please have a look, give them a subscribe and like. So today I'll be making a coaster mold. Coaster. This coaster's from Mold. Basically, I brought a set because everything in it, it was a no-brainer, and I wanted some decent coaster molds. So they're really, there's some substantial unbendiness. Even if that's not a word, well, it is now. And I will be using J. Diction Resincrete. This is absolutely brilliant. It's 10:3 ratio. It's 30 minutes demold. I love the stuff, absolutely love it. I did my Easter collaboration with it as well. Yep. So we will get started. So this Resincrete is measured by weight, not volume. On the back, there's clear instructions on how to use it. So it's 100 grams of the powder to 30 grams of water, weight, but not by volume. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, if I can get my scales to go on. Right. Change it to grams, so I'll be in the right mess. So here we go. It's fantastic stuff. It's quick, it's easy, but it's messy. But the good thing about it, see, I did tell you it was messy. The good thing about it is it does cream up easily. Any that goes on your mat, you can just break it up, keep it for terrazzo, is it? And all different colours you can add to your Resincrete pieces to give a lovely effect. I've seen some and they're absolutely amazing. So here we go. Just a fraction over. There we go. And so we've got that. I'm now going to do the water. And as I've got 200 grams of that, we're going to be doing 60 grams of water. But I mean, some people prefer to have it a tiny bit runnier consistency, but that's totally up to you whether you want it thick or runny. Ideally, I think on the thicker side, if you're marbling. There you go. Right, let me move the scales out the way. Now I'm going to use this jug. It's a bit worse for wear, but to be honest, I find it easier to squeeze in and get all the bits out afterwards. If I was only doing 100 grams, then I'd use the plastic cup. And the good thing is, oh, See what I mean about messy? Was it just me? The good thing is, like I say, it comes out so easy. Just remember, if you've got some left over in your jug, your cups, or whatever you're using, don't put it down your sink or your toilet, because yes, if it's hot water added to it, it's going to be liquid, but as soon as it's cold, it's going to solidify, and the last thing you want is blocked pipes. Right, I'm just going to add the water to this. Brilliant. And you'll see how easy it is. Just remember, you want to get it as smooth as possible. Like I say, just add a bit more water to it if it's not enough for you. As you can see, it goes together really well. And I found with this one, I did try the a Temu one, but even though I mixed carefully, followed everything, I did, and I wiggled it and tapped it and squeezy weezied it, it still had bubbles. Where, touch wood, I have not had any bubbles with this one. I think sometimes, I'm not saying they aren't all, they're all like that from Temu or Shein or whatever, but sometimes you get what you pay for, and I found with this, it's been absolutely brilliant. Just get it to the sides if you can see any lumps, but as you can see, that's starting to look really smooth, and I'm happy with that consistency, because I am going to add just a tiny bit of resin creep pigment, just to give it a bit of a marbling effect, which does look lovely. If anybody watched my Easter collaboration, no, not the Easter collaboration, one of my shorts of what I made at Easter, I made my daughter-in-law the big snail planter, and her favourite colour is green, and in that I added a cactus. So in the kit I brought, you get the 1,000 grams of resin, J. Dixon Resincrete. You get 5 pigment dyes for Resincrete. I got spoon, cups, sanding paper. Yeah, I think that was it. But it was such a bargain because it was on offer on Amazon. But I'll link that in the description as well. Everything today I will use in the description. So there you go. I'm only adding a little bit, and I'll give that a stir. I think I've actually added more than I wanted to, but hopefully it won't take away from the effects I'm going for. So there you go. Just pop that down there. So there you go. It's a nice colour green, this is as well. Just give that a tap. A minute. Just wipe that out. There's a bit of powder in it. Like I say, it is messy. Right, and here we go. I'll pour with this hand actually, so my hands aren't in the way. Let me just stop there a minute. It was a bit thicker than I actually thought it would be, but no, it'll be fine. I'll just move that around the mould. Some people use a vibration plate. just be mindful that if you do use a vibration plate and you're doing marbling, it really is going to have an effect on your marbling. I just want to bring a bit of that marbling into there, but and if you can slam it. Don't do it. Don't do it too hard, like I have. This is actually going to be the back, and I just hope the marbling effect is lovely on the front. Again, I'm just going to tap it all the way around because just to let it, as you can see, it is degassing. It's one thing I really do not want is you can see the bubbles coming up. Just going to pop them before it starts setting. Like I say, this sets pretty quick, but if there's bubbles on the bottom, which is this will be the bottom, at least I can sand it down, which is it's going to be absolutely fine. Yeah. Like I say, that's going to take around about 30 minutes. I have been leaving it an hour before I demold. I'm doing this because I go away tomorrow until Wednesday night. So I just wanted this done so that it'll cure, harden, the moisture will go out and I can seal it when I'm home. And then I can do the next part. Right, I'm pretty happy with that. Last bubble too. Right, so we'll leave that to cure. I do think it's a lovely colour marble on the back. Just hope the front's just as nice. And guys, I'll see you when I'm back home. I will pour the rest of this before it solidifies into a mould, and I'll be back with you on Thursday. Okay, take care all. Bye. Hi again, and I'm back. So this is cured for 2 days, so it feels so much different. So I've sealed it with 2 coats of wax. I've got the Boowan Nicole, I think that's how it's said. I got this from AliExpress. She does sell on there, and I think she may sell on Temu as well. But anyway, as I'd used as I explained in my last video, I'd used a different email address. If you was new, your first item that you chose out of certain items was 78 pence. So I got that on the sponge for 78 pence and free delivery. So it's a no-brainer. I did buy a couple of other things, but you got them half price or reduced. So that was brilliant. So I've put 2 coats of that on. With the leftover, I did that for my nan's grave. I was going to cover it in UV resin. It has been coated in wax, 2 coats of wax. But I was thinking, I've got this afternoon coming some gloss for pigment, resin, crete, anything like that, eco pour, and that. So I thought I'll wait and do it with that because it's suitable and it's a sealant which I can put it outside, so it'd be brilliant. And this was the I forgot to say in the beginning part, in with the Resincrite set I got. You got 2 moulds as that as well, and this was one of them, which is a lovely effect. So yeah, so that was that. On my last pour with resin, I had some left over, so I did this little bear. Got a UV the eyes and the nose, but that's cool. And the dicky bow was done with metallic pens. And then there's Little Mr. Snail. Again, I've done the eyes. I just need to seal them in with some UV resin. So that's that. So let's go on to the main event. So this has had 2 coats of the wax. Now, I jinxed it in my first part of this video. I did get bubbles around the edge, but I literally think it was my fault because it did seem thicker than I really wanted. So I've sanded it down, not a problem, it's fine. The back, I sanded down the little bits that were sticking, protruding up because where the bubbles had risen. Like I say, it cures that quick. Once it gets to a certain stage, you've got no chance of doing anything. But I love the marbling. So, right, and to this, I'm going to add a heat transfer sticker. It's the type you put on bags, clothing, whatever. So you can do this with a heat torch. Obviously, if you was doing it on t-shirts and etc., you'd use a little mini iron. It does work. I did have a little practice on a little bit I got left, so it's absolutely fine. Again, I was going to do this with UV resin over because I haven't got enough time left to put epoxy resin on. But I think what I'm going to do is, because of the fact of having the gloss varnish coming, I'm going to brush that over. So I'm going to get that effect, shiny effect, and I'm going to be sealing it in. Okay, so let's get started on this. Just to make you aware, obviously, because obviously we don't realise, well, we probably do, how hot it gets when we're doing resin with our heat gun. You will soon know with this. So I have seen that other people have burnt their fingers or whatever, but just by holding it on, because all of a sudden it goes from nothing to boiling hot. So I've got an old spoon. Now on my mic I've got, it cuts out background sound, so once it kicks in, it shouldn't be that noisy. Right, so just bear with me, I'm just going to get this done. So I'm going to hold that in place with that, where I want, and I'll start. Like I say, it doesn't take too long, but you've got to make sure you've got it everywhere, and you press down on it. So as you can see, it's starting to adhere, so I'm able now to rub that in a bit. And just go on to the next bit. Just make sure you smooth it all over, because what you don't want to do is leave any of it behind when you peel it off. Just do the bottom part. Okay, I'm just going to go over this just to make sure it's all secure. Like I say, once you start peeling it off, if you can see a little bit, just run your heat gun over it again and it'll be absolutely fine. But when I first used these in coasters, I was peeling it off little bit by little bit because I just hadn't got a clue. And yeah, it was so fiddly, but I figured it out now. You learn something every day. Every day is a school day. Right, so I'm just going to try from the one corner. No, that's not quite got it yet. Let me just do a bit on that corner again. By his eye. Right, let's check it now. Oh, it's just not happening for me. I don't know whether it's anything to do with the wax, but it's just I'm having trouble getting it to adhere to it. I'll just try with my finger a bit. Doesn't look like it's going to work. Right, I'll be back. I'm just going to concentrate on just getting it stuck to there. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye. Right, I'm back. That was a mare to get off. So, and I haven't learned yet how to fast forward on the editing app I use. So, it did take ages to get it to stick, but in practice, it stuck straight away, but there was no wax on it then. So I know for future reference is to put them on and then put the thing on, transfer on, and then put your sealants on. So there we have it. So yeah, so I will off screen once my varnish comes, I'll put a picture on. But yeah, I think it's super cute. and like I said, I never lost any of the transfer on the backing, so that was good. So yeah, so it's just a little bit of perseverance, and hopefully my varnish should be here soon and I'll be able to get him finished. But yeah, that's him. I hope everybody likes it. So again, it's part of the Froggy Friday collaboration, with Karen from Dragon's Cave, Lisa from Girl in the Garage, Lula from Nerd Goblin Art, and Tim the Bass Resonator. There'll be a playlist in my description, so please give a bit of love and have a look at what the others have created. It's a mixed media, so some might paint, some might use clay, anything really, anything goes as long as it's froggy related. So yeah, give everybody a bit of love and support, subscribe, comment and like. Thank you, and I'll leave glamour pics at the end, and everything I've used today will be in the description part below. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.